And it's like not used to having the loss and the taste in the mouth, so to speak. You guys been practicing with more intensity in your estimation?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I don't remember the last time in SC history we had 2 losses in a row. Probably back to one of Coach Carroll's first season or maybe before that. But it's it's a feeling we don't want to have. But it's good to see how we've moved on, and we're looking forward to this weekend and looking forward to getting a victory. And the tempo is upbeat again, and you can see that last series, guys were pumped up, guys were heated, and so we need to continue that in this weekend.
Also, they're saying that they're not used to being, quote, the underdog. That gives you guys more fire when you go out there for Saturday.
Yeah, for a lot of guys it does, and I don't really pay attention to that. We could be the favorite by 30 points, or we could be down by however many points. I just think it's important for us to not worry about that, and again, to focus on ourselves and what we need to do, and to focus on our game plan, not stray away from that, but to stick to what we've been doing all week and not worry about anything else.
You feel like there's quite a bit of pride on this team, and which would allow you guys to be able to rebound this week against Cal?
Yeah, well, I think it's as more than a matter of pride, just upholding the tradition of the school and upholding who we are as Trojans, and not wanting to have that title for going with all those losses. And I know the character of this team, and we're definitely going to bounce back. So I think this weekend's going to be big for us.
How do you think Blake Ayles has looked with Jordan banged up this week?
He's been doing great. You could tell he's changed his mindset of getting the playbook more and studying his stuff, because he knows he's got that chance, and so he's been doing a good job. Looks good, looks healthy, and he should be a valuable asset for us this weekend.
What do you have to do to improve your pace catching ability?
I thought I had him beat personally, but I don't know. I feel for the receivers. It all got shaky once I went there. I was moving all around, the ball got spun around, but I don't know. Maybe catch the juggling machine or something.
Is this the best pass defense you'll have faced this season?
Yeah. Seems like it. Yeah, seems like it. We'll obviously see when it comes game time. But just overall as a defense, they're very strong, and they're a great pass rush. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for us. And their secondary is good. They're not afraid to bump and run, and they'll play press coverage. So it'll be a challenge both for our receivers and myself and the line and all of us. So should be exciting.
Where would you rank the game you played up in Memorial last year in terms of all your games as a freshman?
Last year, I remember that game being, from start to finish, one of the best games that we had as an offense. And I don't remember all the specifics about it, but generally, I think it was one of the better games we had, just because we've really finished that game all 4 quarters.
Obviously, you wanted to improve on that 15-14 ratio from last year in terms of touchdowns, interceptions. But
yeah.
Be at 15-4 now. Are you ahead of schedule of where you thought you might be, or are you surprised that it's?
Well, I didn't really have a schedule maybe per se, but I'm happy where we're at. Never satisfied, but happy where we're at, and knowing that we could do. Could have had another touchdown last weekend. You always can do better. So just keep trying to improve on those numbers, or at least the touchdown numbers, and making that number rise, and still limiting those picks, which I think is the thing I'm more happy about.
How often in a game do you actually make an audible or change in play?
I don't think I could put a count on it. I mean, there's a lot of little checks on runs, but the bigger pass checks probably, I don't know, total probably a dozen or so, maybe 15, just depending on different looks.
So you have the freedom to change something of the defense you can.
Oh yeah, every play we have I can change the run to the other side based on safety rotation or whatever blitz that they're doing, change the protections. Yeah.
Stanford seemed to be scheming to slow down Ronald Johnson and the Jets sort of create. I feel like the opposite did that.
It seemed like they respected him a lot, especially towards the end of the game when we were trying to throw it deep. They were double teaming him, it seemed like, and so I think that definitely opened up Robert in terms of getting open. But again, he's just a playmaker, and they both are. And with the ball in their hands, they were both making plays. So if you just, that's why I don't like to lock into people, because then I get messes in my head. But just key in my reads and see what's open again in one of our playmakers.
Coach Kiffin was saying the other night that to try and burn some time at the end of that last drive, that you were faking audibles. Anything to kind of
What does he mean by
Yeah,
that?
that was
What are you
fun.
yelling out when you're
Well, on
doing
the last touchdown, I told the guys in the huddle that we're gonna fake because I'd changed some plays earlier in the game and given some signals to where I was pretty sure Stanford knew what they were. They're just pretty much slant routes, and so I threw those. I told the guys in the huddle, told the line to make dummy pass calls and all that stuff. I think Allen was even pointing it out to guys, but it was funny because Kiff told me after the game, all the guys on the sidelines thought I was changing the play to a pass play, and so I guess it was a good enough dummy call to fake them. But it's just fun to once you know what you're doing and you have the freedom to do that, and we're on the same page with the receivers and with the guys, so where we can do that without messing up. It's fun to do that.